there are a number of different places online where you can find public domain products and books, and this is one of them. It's projectgutenberg.org. It's a project started some years ago, and the whole purpose of it is to copy public domain books into electronic format to make them available to pretty much anyone and everyone. Now you can see here that there's books in various different languages, and there's the ability to look up X, Y and Z's, the alphabet. You can look at top 100, search the database, and so on. So it's actually very, very interesting. You can find an awful lot of books and information here. So if we just have a look at the top 100 list, you'll see what I mean. Now you can come here and you can see what's the top. Well, the top book is The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. That's obviously in the public domain. Now, why would that be number one at the moment? Well, that would be because the Sherlock Holmes movie, the new one by, I think it's Guy Ritchie, has just been released. So, of course, everyone's going, I want to find out more about it. But you can see here, so there's lots and lots of these stories. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, Pride and Prejudice, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Huckleberry Finn, Christmas Carol, etc., etc. So there's lots and lots of good stories here that you could do something with, something really, really good. So you can see these are the popular ones. If we go down, you can see, you know, up to 100. There's lots and lots there. But you can see here, you've got the top 100 authors as well. So you can look at the authors. You can look at all them. You can look at the top 100 ebooks in the last 7 days. The last 30 days as well. So you can see there's a lot of information in here for you. A lot of different types of books that you can look up. And of course you can search as well. You can do a search by title or author, and you can search through letter names. If you spend some time here, I pretty much guarantee you could find several hundred really, really good products that you can use. So you can, you know, really, really use this well. They also, and if we search somewhere, they also do some audio books. I'm not entirely sure where the link is for that, but they've started as well converting books into audiobooks here and here. But you've got compilations, you've got recorded music, sheet music, other recordings and pictures. So they've actually now branched out from just plain old books into all these other categories as well. So they suddenly become actually very, very good for you, very powerful. There's a lot more opportunities here for you. So you can see here, these are some of the red ones. You can see you've got Aesop's Fables, and these are all in the public domain. So you can do things with them. Yeah, there's Beowulf there. There's a couple of the biblical books. So you can see lots and lots of potential with this site. You can pretty much do what you want with it. So, yeah, highly profitable potential site for you. So, you know, spend some time here and it's going to blow you away with what you can do. Here's another site that's full of useful information. It's IPL.org. It's the Internet Public Library. So basically you can browse in different subjects here, and you can see it's got a lot of information, and again, yeah, a lot of things in here that you could potentially use for help, you know, to create websites, to create products as bonuses, you know, pretty much whatever you want. There's an awful lot of information in here that's potentially very, very valuable to you. I mean, there's lots of other sites like this. You know, you can see they link to sites here, and you can go through these and you can find, you know, there's magazines, there's all sorts. So you can go through here and find some really, really good pieces of information. I did say to you in one of the earlier videos that finding good public domain material does take some work, and it does, to be perfectly fair. It is going to take a little bit of time. However, spend that time, and you can see the resources are incredible, but you do have to spend some time digging around to see what you can find. So you can see there's archaeological information here and so on. So this is another site that you could potentially use to find those little gold nuggets that you can earn from. This is a company called Abe Books. Now, Abe Books are a company that will search for books for you. They're very, very good at finding books, and basically they'll find out of print books, hard to get hold of books. So of course this is a great way of finding books. So you could put in an author here, or alternatively, what you could do is you can put in published date. So let's do 1901 to 1923, and just click find book. And you know, so we've got to put some terms in. So fair enough. Let's put in Napoleon Hill here. Napoleon Hill, and if we do find book, let's see what it comes up with. But this is a way of getting hold of books. So here you are, that are out of print, potentially hard to get hold of, books that are you know, in the public domain that you could make money with. So you can see here, this is a 1982 edition. Obviously they're a little bit modern, but we can go through and you can see there's Think and Grow Rich there. There's many more there with different years. So you can see there's lots of potential here. If you can find some titles of very old books that you want, then I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find them on here. You can see there's many different versions of this from many different years. So these may or may not be what you're after, but certainly you can search through and find various books here that are in the public domain. You can pick up titles that are previous to 1923. If you want to do it simple, you can put in the keyword in the title. So we could put in, let's put in fish, for example. Let's see if that comes up with anything published between those years. It may or may not. So there you are. There's some books there. So again, it's just a search to show you. Birds of Other Lands, Reptiles, Fishes, blah blah blah. 1917. Guess what? That's in the public domain. I could purchase that book. It's $1.65. That's nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then I can pay someone a few dollars or scan it so that it's online, and then I can use it to basically make money. Let's have a look. What else have we got? I mean, I can't believe the price of these books. Look, there's another one there. 1917. It's in very good condition. It's a first edition. $3. Yeah, these are guaranteed public domain products. You know, they're previous to 1923. So you can see lots and lots of information. So you could sit here and search for hours. You can order the book. You can then scan it in. You can get with these old books. I should warn you, if you're going to try and turn them into a electronic product, you can either type it in or pay someone to type it in, and that's easily done. You can put an advert on Craigslist and find someone locally to do it. The other alternative is to scan it in, and I don't recommend using a flatbed scanner. If you're going to scan a book in, particularly one of these older books, you want to get a handheld scanner and use that. That would be a lot safer. It's not going to ruin the book, and the last thing you want is to ruin a book that's managed to live for 80 odd years, 80, 90 years. You don't want to damage it straight off. So you can see that, 1913, 1921, look at this. How good's this? 1905, a book on cooking. Instant, niche. People love cookery books. And I'm sure that's one that people that are into cookery will be very interested in. People love old recipes. So you can see again lots and lots. There's an old National Geographic magazine there. Engineering, economics, What else have we got? We just entered one keyword and it's brought us up almost 2,000 results. So, that's not bad. There's a lot of potential here for you to make money. Again, notes on marine fishes, and more, we could sit here and go through this for hours and hours and find valuable information. I mean, all this description of fishes and the anthropological information, if you like, that could be turned into an AdSense site even. Whatsmyfish.com, or spotterfish.com. There's a book on taxidermy there as well. People are into taxidermy. So, you could buy that, scan it, you got a product instantly. So, I mean, yes, okay, A-Books isn't going to give you books for free, okay, but they're not expensive. I mean, let's face it. This book here, taxidermy book, that cost me $11 delivered to my door if I'm in the USA. Yeah, I can scan it, put it up onto a website, drive some traffic to it, even if it's just AdSense traffic. I mean, $11, I can earn that back in no time at all. I'm sure if you did a search for taxidermy, you'd find some good keywords and you could get ranking for it. So, you know, you could then search for other books on taxidermy here and see what you could come up with. So the potential is massive. So what I recommend you do, again, is come and search through somewhere like this and see what you can find. You know, yes, you've got to pay for some of the books, but you're going to get hold of books that probably aren't in electronic format. Many of these are not going to be on Project Gutenberg or any of the other sites that you're going to find. They're only going to exist as physical books. So you can bring these to the internet first of all, and obviously you'll have valuable information that very few other people, if anyone, will have on the internet. And particularly if you edit it, you can make it your own unique product then. So let's look at one more site now for public domain books. And here again is another one. It's similar to A-Books. Again, if I put fishing and if I put a year of 1917 in, for example, no, that was during the war, so at 1908, there's probably more published then, and do a search, you can see there you are. There's a lot more books here. These are a bit more expensive, as you can see. I mean, that's $75 US. I mean, that's quite a bit of money, but again, you could potentially make a lot back from that. It's looks like it's in pretty good condition. They don't seem to have quite as much information as A-Books, but it's still worth searching. They probably find they have books here that aren't on A-Books. So again, yes, you're going to have to spend some money here buying the books, but the best thing of all is you're going to get unique books. You're going to be able to get hold of books that pretty much aren't available anywhere else. Let's take that out of title. Let's put angling in there and let's see what comes up. Let's do a search. Again, 1908 angling. You've got angling and art in Scotland. Various versions there. That's in poor condition. That's £10. That's in good condition. That's 100 UK pounds. That's about $150 to $170. You got a book there about fly fishing, and many more. So you can see that. I mean, here I know for instantly Isaac Walton is a very well known name. He's quite famous. He has the house he was born in or lived in is preserved and is a museum. So you know, again, that's in the public domain. So what we could do is, if we copy that, let's take that off, and let's put his name in there, and then we could pick a century, and let's pick the 20th century. Let's have a look. So you can see there's many of his books here. You got this one here, 1909. Again, you know, Isaac Walton is a well-known character. So yeah, he's the sort of person that, well, maybe you could take his books, that many of them probably are in the public domain. There you are. See, that's the book he's famous for, The Complete Angler, 1947. You'd have to check to see whether this one's in the public domain or not. But you could take his books, create a site about Isaac Walton, and then put all his books on there, history of him, information about his house and where he lived, and all sorts of information like that. And there you are. There, I see that one there, 1909. That one's in the public domain, so you could use that. So you can see, awful lot of potential here for you to create websites and specific niches. As I said, I could create a website about Isaac Walton and about angling, and there you are. I've got a money-making niche. So have a think about these. You know, go through these sites, have a look, because there's an awful lot of potential. Now, before you buy a book from here, check in a couple of the electronic places, because you may find that you can get the electronic version for free without actually having to pay for it. You may not be able to, in which case that's fine. But remember, if you buy a physical copy, you're going to need to scan it. And to do that, you are going to need to have either a hand scanner, you're either going to have to pay someone to do it or pay a company. There are companies that specialise in taking apart these old books, scanning them, and then putting them back together. So you've got a lot of potential here for niches. You know, this is just, we've just looked at books, and already, you know, there's dollar signs coming out of your ears here, as you can see how much potential money you can make. I mean, it's incredible, the potential here for you. So this is all about, you know, how to find books. We're going to talk about how to find other public domain materials in the next few videos. So, you know, just, you know, sit back. I'm sure you're getting excited. You're probably keen. So, yeah, if you want to go and start searching for books, that's fine. You can do that. But we're going to go into some even more information next that's going to really blow your mind and show you how to profit significantly from public domain materials.